Okay, hello ladies. I am going to show you how to embroider and float on a onesie or any type of shirt this is good for. So I have my iron because it really helps if you have your iron. I have my 505 adhesive spray. It's sewing and applique quilt craft. It's just a temporary adhesive spray. And then I have my water soluble stabilizer that goes on top. And then I also have my poly mesh. Now my poly mesh is normally white, but for some odd reason, I could not find my white poly mesh. So this is like a nude color. It is not a fusible poly mesh. I don't particularly like the poly mesh that is fusible because I feel like I get the same results just using the spray adhesive. So I'm going to show you on a child's shirt how to float. So I have my daughter's shirt. I'm not going to actually embroider on this shirt because I don't have my design even in my computer yet. So you want to turn your shirt inside out. And this is where it comes in handy with the iron. You want to take your side seams that have the serger line on them, and you want to make sure your tag is up top facing you. So make sure you smooth it all out, and then you take the seams and you fold it in half and do seam to seam from the sides, and make sure that the sleeves are all laid out. But you want to get this, like perfectly as you can. And of course, the shoulder seams you want to get as well, so you want it like this. This is your front of your shirt. See your neckline there? So I like to take my iron and I like to iron a big crease down the center of it because that kind of helps with a guide, and you'll see why. So get a really good iron seam in it. Okay, and then set that shirt aside. And you want to take this is a medium weight. These are pre-cut. I want to say they're 12 by 12 pre-cut medium weight cutaway stabilizer. They come in handy because you're not wasting so much stabilizer. So you want to hoop your stabilizer in I'm using my 5x7 hoop. And just put it in your hoop, just like you normally would. Get it really good and tight. Make sure it's good and tight. Then take your 505 adhesive spray and spray a light layer on top. Then take your poly mesh and lay it right in the center of that. Let it stick to the stabilizer like so. I just cut enough that my design will fit in there, or it'll just lay in there. I think you can kind of see that. And then spray another layer of the 505 spray. Now, typically on a smaller shirt, you can do it this way, but on an 18-month-old shirt, you have to do it this way. So there's little markings, and you can't really see them because mine's really dirty, but there's little notches in the four corners here, or I guess they're not corners, they're top and bottom and front and side, whatever. So you take your shirt, and this is where the crease comes in handy. So rule of thumb for me is the collar here, or the scoop neck, you kind of use as your guide, and you want to put it right where that notch is at on the top of your hoop. And I will put mine on there and then I will show you. So this is where that that ironed pressed line comes in handy. See? So mine is measured up with my notches, and I typically use my neckline right there as a guide for where the shirt, you know, my design is gonna go. And then you fold and you just lightly smooth it over. Sorry, you guys can probably hear my 18-month-old screaming up there, upstairs. And so there is the back of your shirt. So when you go to embroider, you want to make sure you don't have any like creases or like wrinkles. You want to make sure it's smoothed out really well. And there it is. So, and it's okay if you pull the shirt up a little bit, but you can kind of see there's still a little line there from where you pressed, and then you'll see the neck of your shirt there, like that. And then if you have a ballpoint 75/11 needle, you definitely want that because with knits, you typically, if you use a bigger needle, when you get your stitches done and you pull your shirt off or your onesie off of your hoop, you will see really tiny little holes around where your letters are. So that ballpoint needle really comes in handy, and it makes it a whole lot nicer looking. So then back to the water soluble stabilizer. Once you've got your shirt on the hoop and you're ready to put your monogram, your design, whatever the case may be, whatever you're putting on there, you'll want to put the water soluble stabilizer. Some people do a basting stitch. I don't. I just hold my shirt out of the way and then I hold my water soluble stabilizer out of the way and nice and taut. So just like that. I hope this helps you, ladies. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or even just make comments when I post this. I'm gonna post it here on the message that you guys started. So if you guys need any help, let me know. Thanks. Good luck.